Welcome to the KEG Gate installation video. I want to ensure that this is done properly and safely. Please make sure that you have adequate help. At least 3 people will be needed when installing this gate. You should have safety equipment for eyes, head, feet, and hands. Make sure that an adequate location is chosen and contact utility companies in case there are any underground lines where you'll be digging. Anytime you are opening, closing, and installing this gate, please keep your hands out from between the rails and away from the chain, sprocket, and spring. Thank you. We want to make sure that you choose an adequate location for the gate's installation. Please take into account any overhead objects that may interfere with the operation of your gate. Overhead power lines, limbs, and other objects need to be considered. The gate will be approximately 16 feet high when open. In addition, consider the grade that the gate will be installed on. This gate can be installed on an uphill grade or a side hill grade. You should be aware that in this side hill installation, the gate's rails will be parallel to the roadway, so they may appear not to be perpendicular to the vertical post. That is just fine. In addition, you want to consider that in the open position, the gate structure will still overhang about 2 feet from its base plate. You also have the option of installing this vertical gate post on either side of your roadway. In this video, we will be demonstrating installation with an in-ground attachment anchor. This does not apply to installations on a cement driveway. With this style of installation, when you put your attachment anchor into the ground, you should be following the concrete manufacturer's recommendations for depth and width of the hole. When you consider the placement, again, consider that the gate in the open position will be overhanging from this base plate about 2 feet. So you want to set it off to the side of your roadway. In addition, you want to consider that the base plate should rest about 10 inches above the level of the driveway. The longer portion of the base plate should run perpendicular to the direction of travel on the roadway. The through and through bolt, which can be removed to transition to a swing gate, should run parallel to the roadway. The set screw, which keeps the inner and outer pipes from shifting, should remain on the far side away from the roadway. Again, please follow the concrete manufacturer recommendations when installing this attachment anchor. We are ready to install the gate. As you can see, the best way to install the gate is if you lay it on the ground in the open position with the spring and turnbuckle removed so that you can more easily lift the vertical post onto the attachment base. Remember, despite what you may see in this video, we want you wearing protective equipment for your head, eyes, hands, and feet. We're now ready to attach our vertical post to the ground attachment anchor. We have our helpers steadying the gate, and we've lined up the holes. A screwdriver works great in order to provide a little bit of force to line those holes up. The 4 3/8-inch bolts that you've obtained from your local hardware store can then be placed down through each of the 4 holes. and we recommend a lock nut in order to fasten these in place. Then you can tighten it down with a ratchet and wrench. Once you've done that for all 4 bolts and you've made sure it's tight, then you know that your gate is attached to the ground anchor. We recommend rechecking those bolts in another week or 2 to make sure that they have not loosened. With your gate now attached to the ground attachment anchor, we're ready to reattach the spring, turnbuckle, and chain. As you can see, the spring hangs on the rear hook. Absolutely do not attach it to the front hook. Front hook is only to be used for your automatic opener if you decide to go with that option. The rear hook is for the spring. The turnbuckle attaches to the spring, and then we'll attach this chain to the turnbuckle. In order to do so, your helpers will need to lift the gate manually and hold it in the open position in order for you to do that. And we'll demonstrate that now. Slide the bolt through the end of the turnbuckle, through the end of the chain, and fasten it in place. Adjusting spring tension on your KEG gate is going to be necessary after installation as well as periodically over the first weeks to months as your spring stretches. After installation, once you've reattached your chain, turnbuckle, and spring, your helpers will still need to be holding the gate open, and then you'll need to adjust the turnbuckle tension. Initially, after installation, we recommend that about 4 to 6 threads be showing on either end of the turnbuckle bolts. Adjusting will be necessary if you feel like there's too much manual lifting power that is needed to open the gate, or upon closing the gate that the gate falls too quickly. And in order to make those fine adjustments or to do your initial adjustment after installation, we recommend using a flathead screwdriver and a pair of pliers or channel locks. In order to do so, insert the flathead screwdriver in the chain in order to reduce rotational torque, and then use your pliers or channel locks in order to turn the turnbuckle clockwise in order to tighten or increase spring tension, and turn counterclockwise to loosen the turnbuckle or decrease spring tension. Okay, once you have your gate installed, we can go ahead and test to make sure that that spring tension is adequate. As we lift using the handle and bottom rail only, we notice it takes minimal effort to raise the gate up. Gate stays safely up without any manual assistance, and when ready to close, closes with an easy pull and a light drop to the ground. Thank you for listening to this installation video of your KEG gate.